Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session, we will discuss another example for subquery. In our previous session, we discussed about the subquery, we understand what is subquery, and also we have tried one example where we are selecting the record by using the subquery. Okay, but this time we are going to use the scalar subquery in order to filter data. Okay, so for to explain this thing, what I will do, firstly I will show you some table with their data, and then we will use subquery in order to filter data as per our requirement. Okay, so let me show you the strSQL screen. So here I will run one query, normal query, which is select star from Sharmit1 slash players, where players is my table name and Sharmit1 is my library name. So here you can see we have already stored some data, some random data like player ID and player name. Okay. Similarly, if I show you the second table, which is select star from Sharmit1 slash ODI score, then this is my second table where we have player ID and scores. Now requirement is that from the first table I want to show only a player name for a record whose player ID is or you can say whose score is 88. Okay, or any other score, it is up to you, but the thing is that we want to print only player name, and for filtering we want to filter it on the basis of a score. So for that, we it is clear with it is clear to us that yes, we need two tables and somehow we have to join these two tables in order to fetch the data. So this thing we will do, means the filtering thing we will do with the help of subquery. So let's see how we can write the query for this scenario. So here I will write select, because we are going to select some records. Then you can select all the column which you want to show. So I will write here player name, because this is the only column which I want from this table. Now from where we are fetching it? We are fetching it from players table. So here I will write players. Okay. After that, we have to specify where condition, because we are going to filter the data, right? And filtering is processed only with the help of where class. Now I will write where player ID is equal to, and this place, at this place we will write subquery. So I will start another query, select player ID from ODI score, which is my table name, where, now this is internal subquery where condition, where scores equal 88. Clear? So what we are doing, we are selecting player name from players table where player ID is equal to this subquery. And which type of subquery is this? It is a scalar subquery. Why? Because from this query we are only fetching the player ID. It means it is returning only one value. So whenever any query returns only one value, that means it is a scalar type subquery. So we already know that whenever we are using any query inside, like any query inside another query, then this query is known as subquery. Okay, so whenever we are using subquery, we divide the entire query into two parts, inner query and outer query. So this portion where we are specifying the record, or you can say where we are fetching the player ID on the basis of score, is our internal query or inner query, and the main query is this is our outer query. So it is always asked like which like whenever we are using query, so which query get executed first, inner or outer? So you can say inner query firstly, inner query get executed, and then whatever the output we are getting from this query will be passed to this outer query, and then the outer query will return some result. So in our condition, what this query will do, it will firstly fetch the player ID where score is 88, and then whatever the player ID it will return will be matched with this player ID, and for that particular player ID it will print the player name. So let's hit enter. Once I hit enter, you can see it is printing the player name as Rohit Sharma. Why? Because if you check the ODI score table for 45, like uh, we have added the we have provided the score as 88. So 88 is for player ID 45, and when we check inside players table, then the name of player 45 is Rohit. So that's why it is printing Rohit. Okay. Now similarly, if I change this to 90, let's say, and if I hit enter again, so it is showing no data available. Why? Because for 90 there is no record in the ODI score. So let's try with 80. For 80 it is printing KL, which means that the score 80 was associated with the player uh, KL, and then we are getting this ID. Although like this is just a hypothetical situation, it could be possible that there are multiple record with the same score. So in that case it will filter, like we can specify here also limit and anything. But the whole thing is that we want to see like how we can utilize the subquery in order to filter data, because in our previous session we were using the subquery in order to select the data, right? There we were using the subquery at this place in order to select any column, but this time we are using it for some other use case where we are using this in order to filter data in where condition. Okay, so that's how we can fetch the data. And if you want to fetch any other column, you can specify here, like I can specify here like this, player ID comma. So what it will do, it will print player ID as well as player name, and the filtering is processed on the basis of this scalar subquery. And we know that this is a scalar subquery because it is returning only one single value. Clear? Now same thing if you would like to run over SQL rpgle program. So I will just show you the place where you can make the changes, because this program we have discussed multiple times. So in this program you can directly go to your cursor portion and just replace this query with your new query. So you can just use the same query here as well, and as per your query selection you can declare your host variable, either the data structure or the variable, then just pass that data structure or variable at the time of retrieving query or fetching the query data. Okay, if you are not sure how to write a Scalar rpgle program and what we have done here, so in that case you can refer the previous session, because these sessions we are publishing in a sequential order. So if you have missed something in previous days, then maybe it would be not that much easier for you to understand or grab the concept. But if you are following the entire series, then it would be easier for you to understand this thing. So I would recommend you to go and check out all the session, and then once you are process means once you have followed the entire sequence, then you can do practice and you can implement these examples. So after that it would be very easy for you to clear these concepts. Okay, so yeah, that's all for this session. And in this session we have just discussed how we can use scalar subquery in order to filter data. Okay, in the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.